And we certainly hope you're having a great 4th of July. I'm Chuck Henry. You know, when we first showed you that cell phone video last night on the news here at 11 o'clock, we still hadn't heard from the CHP, but now we do have their side of the story. So let's go downtown to NBC4's Kim Baldonado. Kim, what did they have to say about it?
Chuck and Kathy, let's start with what they won't tell us, which is anything about the officer involved. They are asking the public to reserve judgment until the investigation is complete. But even then, the public will never know if or how the officer was disciplined because it's against department policy to release that information to the public. The cell phone video is disturbing to watch. A CHP officer repeatedly strikes a woman who was on her back.
The problem becomes when she's like this, where she's not fighting anymore, and he's still wailing on her. And these aren't like taps. These are like grown man on top of you, punching you.
David Diaz shot the video on July 1st as he was driving onto Interstate 10 at La Brea. The CHP claims the woman in the video put herself and others in danger when she refused to comply with the officer's orders.
She started to walk down the on-ramp and then turned around and came back up and crossed lanes of traffic, endangering herself and the motoring public.
CHP Assistant Chief Chris O'Quinn says the situation escalated into a physical confrontation when the woman resisted arrest. But a retired LAPD sergeant who used to investigate misconduct allegations sees it differently.
What it looked like to me is what I refer to oftentimes as contempt of cop, and that is when you make me mad, you're going to pay. And so it looked to me like what he was doing was more about punishment.
Cheryl Dorsey says she's also disturbed by the fact the officer who was driving a patrol car was wearing gloves.
The fact that he put on gloves meant he was going to put his hands on her. And so in my mind, if he had time to put his gloves on, he had time to pick up his radio, request backup, and wait for responding units.
The CHP insists it will do a thorough investigation.
We will leave no stone unturned in gathering these facts.
The CHP will not release any information about the woman in the video who witnesses say may have been homeless and or mentally ill. But the CHP does say she was put on a 72-hour hold for a mental health evaluation. Ted Chen will have more on that angle coming up on the Channel 4 News at 6. Reporting live from downtown L.A., Kim Baldonado, NBC4 News.